Hello, everyone. Welcome to your November Part 1 video scope. My in-depth November horoscopes are on Patreon for under $12 a year. The link is below. And of course, transformational coaching with me, single sessions, links below. So the energy is one of shards of light piercing through the sludge on the planet, as many of you have had this enforced time of reflection and have had the time to be curious and to explore your interests, to track down information and lean into your pleasures. You've been deepening your relationships or deciding, some of you, that your pairing is no longer a vibrational match or a mutually beneficial partnership. This COVID event is a reveal delivery system for the lower vibratory systems operating on this planet, while concurrently aiding you in awakening your heart energy through compassion, through care, creativity, individual awareness. This has been a gift on many, many levels. And this month will bring perspective and renewed energy and focus. Anger is also highlighted. Mercury is holding a square to Saturn, now in Libra, retrograde Mercury, from October 30th through November 8th. And that's from 26 degrees of Libra to Capricorn. It's exact on November 6th. So Mercury square Saturn can be delayed results. And it stations direct on the 3rd, which is election day in the United States. This is called the storm period, when data and processes tend to be more out of rhythm with expected processes, information flow when Mercury stations direct. So there's some confusion here, and we've been in a very different voting system. So mistakes will be made, and the country's voting system has seen the highest turnout ever due to COVID. And probably the ease of voting, to be honest. It's on a Tuesday. It's not a holiday. A lot of people are dissuaded from voting, which is kind of questioning in a so-called democracy. But I imagine the ease of voting as well has increased, probably what will be record-breaking voter turnout. And inaccurate reports can certainly be expected, especially through the 4th. So patience and tending to your mental well-being is really important. Now, Mercury square Saturn is not a buoyant transit, but it's useful. And because it's kind of holding you in place before you go lurching ahead with attitudes or ideas or thinking that your thoughts are fully formed. So I see it as kind of the higher energy holding you a bit in place until some traction is gained and the rhythm of life normalizes. But it's great for, discernment and problem solving and work activities. Be present with your mental narratives and communications, or old habits of thought that are less than supportive in your narrative. This square is from the United States 10th house of presidents, Libra, to Saturn in the 2nd house of money, resources, economy, and spending. It is also in very tight orb to the United States, Pluto. Courts, Libra, can be a theme, and perhaps legal actions. On Thursday the 5th, the final of the 3 Jupiter-Pluto conjunctions is in orb through the 19th, from the 5th through the 19th. It's exact on the 12th at 23 degrees of Capricorn, the same degree, within a tight degree of the Saturn-Pluto conjunction last January. highlighting this breaking down of systems due to corruption, lower vibratory energy that is in need of renewing itself to meet this global consciousness and awakening. This combination highlights power, transformation, and new themes in leadership and finances. Our political system is certainly strongly tied to banks, corporations, and money. Costs a lot of money to run for president here. But Jupiter-Pluto symbolizes new ways of moving forward and optimism arising from change and spiritual power in your life. With both planets now direct, Jupiter and Pluto, you're going to be gaining traction here and bringing in solutions to the very area of your life that is in a state of renewal, Capricorn. So this can affect career, life direction, marriage, releasing from marriage, development, industry developments, birthing new businesses. Tuesday, November 10th, the archetype of mind, attitudes, and planning, Mercury, now transits back into Scorpio, where it retrograded on October 13th at 12 degrees of Scorpio. So in Scorpio, where the sun is also transiting the first 3 weeks of November, it's very transformative, transmutational power. It's really amping up in an alchemical manner. And also the Jupiter-Pluto, ruled by Scorpio, conjunction is perfecting now. Alchemy is the process of understanding, deconstructing, and reconstructing matter, and the art of causing change, both physically and spiritually in your own life. Mercury transits Scorpio through December 1st, and it passes its retrograde shadow on the 19th of November. So things are really going to be humming along. New plans enacted. The waiting and the gestation is now receding. So things will be moving along for you. Friday, the 13th, Mars, the archetype of will, desire, ambition, confidence, stations direct at 15 degrees of Aries. Mars stationed retrograde on September 9th at 28 degrees of Aries, and Mars transited into Aries at the end of June during the second conjunction of Jupiter and Pluto. They were both retrograde then. So we can see the force and the energy convergence arriving around the 12th, 13th, through this mid-November period. Now, the final conjunction with both planets direct and Mars stationing direct, it's a powerful time for implementing new and different approaches in your life. Finances are highlighted too. Career and life direction receives an energetic boost. And this year of prolonged gestation, percolating, and resting is now ripe for empowered action and developments. Of course, how one uses their power depends on their personal level of growth, awareness, and evolution. But this will be a theme on the planet, power. Mars passes its retrograde shadow on December 31st, and then it will head into Taurus the second week of January, delivering us into a whole different energy landscape, very much focused on economy, really looking under the hood of what is going on globally with economic systems. A very positive new moon, external themes, fresh energy, occurs in Scorpio on Sunday, November 15th at 23 degrees. And it is exact just after midnight Eastern Standard Time at 12:07 a.m. The sun and moon are both sextiling Jupiter Saturn, Pluto, all direct. And really lending a powerful energy to this passage of movement, growth, and external development for you. It's a very satisfying time for potentials and movement and finances and transformative energy and plans locking in, now ready to become manifest in your outer world. So I wish you all a period of healing agency, conscious energy, and satisfying commencements. Much love to you.